Hey Botafogo fans, hey everyone, good afternoon to all of you and welcome to Anderson Mata's channel. Let's talk about Botafogo de Futebol e Regatas, right? And there's talk going around that, who knows, Gabriel de Alba might repeat what John Textor did at the start. How was that beginning? John Textor made a high-profile signing. It was Patrick de Paula, who at that time cost 60 million reais. It was a signing that nobody expected. He was an important player at Palmeiras, and at the time it was the biggest signing in the club's history, right? He came to make an impact at that moment. We talked here about Luis Henrique, about the possibility of bringing him back and so on. But is there a chance that Gabriel de Alba could put the cherry on top? Is there a chance that Botafogo could make a big signing in this transfer window? Shall we discuss this with you briefly? And also, what is the role of Botafogo's fans at this moment in the club? We're going to talk about all of this now here on Anderson Mata's channel. We want to take charge. Let's go. That's how he does it, Darian, damn it. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. Subscribe to the channel and help us reach 101,000 subscribers. Leave a like, give it a thumbs up. Your like helps more Botafogo fans discover the content here on Anderson Mata's channel. I'm already inviting all of you today at 7 p.m. to our old school live stream. We're going to talk a lot about the latest news from Botafogo. We're going to talk about Botafogo, right? I miss watching Botafogo games. It feels like Botafogo hasn't played in months, but it's only been a week. But we'll still have to go another week without a game. It's good that Botafogo is getting ready. We have the Brazilian Championship and the Sudamericana ahead of us. We have big goals, right? And hey, if you bought it, if you're in the running for an official Botafogo jersey, the drawing is today, all right? It's going to happen during the evening live stream, all right? Don't worry. If you win this raffle, if you win this jersey, or if you win the official Botafogo cap from the channel, we will get in touch with you, all right? Good luck. Let's go, everyone. Here's the thing. There was some buzz. Luis Henrique, cue the music. There could be a swap deal with Zenit involving Danilo and Luis Henrique. Gabriel de Alba could repeat Textor's achievement of bringing in an impactful player in his first transfer window. Could we have a cherry on top at Botafogo in this transfer window? So shall we talk a little about this? My friends, yeah, the moment is different. Music. Okay, when John Textor was coming into Botafogo, right? He was taking on all the debts, assuming all of Botafogo's debts, but Botafogo wasn't in a pre-court supervised restructuring stage, right? So he was able to invest during that transfer window. He was able to sign some players. I don't know if you remember, but he bought Patrick de Paula. He bought Che from Atlético Mineiro, okay? He bought Vitor Sá, who came from Germany. He bought some players. He was able to spend money in that transfer window. At this moment, it's not that Botafogo can't spend money in the transfer window. Botafogo is actually putting in some, not much, but they are. €1 million here, €1.5 million there, 2 million over there. Music. But since Botafogo is negotiating its debts, if Botafogo makes a big investment in a major signing, neither the creditors nor the courts would understand this move by Botafogo. So, Botafogo's court-supervised restructuring might not be accepted and could harm our club, right? So, when we talk about Luis Henrique, we're talking about an exchange of assets. Because Botafogo would be able to afford Luis Henrique's salary, If you stop to think about it, Botafogo got rid of some expensive players with very high salaries who were at Botafogo. So the so-called cherry on top might even happen. That's why we talk about market opportunities. For example, if there's a player without a club who's above average level and Botafogo can afford his salary without overburdening the payroll, it could happen. But right now, Botafogo isn't in a position to put money on the table, to buy a player, to buy a player's registration rights, to make a big signing, to go to a club and get a player from another club. Right now, that's not possible. That's why I tell you, Botafogo is also exploring the possibility of having Luis Henrique, maybe in January. Obviously, if he's not sold right now. Why in January? Things will already be organized by then. And GDA itself will already be officially part of Botafogo. So at this moment, that so-called cherry on top doesn't create that expectation. Could it happen? Man, the transfer window is open. Anything can happen. Does Botafogo have the means to pay a good salary to the player? They do have the means to pay a good salary to the player because the payroll, Botafogo's payroll, has decreased. Okay, but this opportunity has to come up, right? So my friends, let's focus on a hard-working team, all right? By the way, what is the role of Botafogo's fans at this moment? Guys, I know everyone is anxious. The official announcement of the GDA is taking a long time, okay? If everything was 100% ready, it would have already been done. Botafogo is still looking for some legal guarantees. A legal safeguard to make this official announcement, okay? Within Botafogo, there is complete confidence that this will happen. Gabriel de Alba himself is already involved in Botafogo's daily routine. It's just that it's not on our timeline, right? It's not on our timeline. And Botafogo's fans are still wary. They're still uneasy. You can see that our club member numbers, they're dropping every day, decreasing. Botafogo's fans aren't motivated to go to the stadium. Today, tickets went on sale to the general public for the rivalry match between Botafogo and Fluminense. What does that mean? It means that our club members weren't able to fill up the Botafogo bleachers section. The fans are still holding back. But guys, right now, it would be really important for the fans to send a message. So pay attention to what I'm going to say. It's not just for Gabriel de Alba, but we're also sending a message to the judicial recovery process because of supporter memberships. High revenue, a packed stadium, high revenue, a packed stadium. This helps with the restructuring process because it can be another way to pay off the debts. It would be another guarantee. Look, judge, the fans will pay, the fans will cover it, okay? So we have a fundamental role in this recovery of Botafogo. Did you guys understand? Okay. Another situation where Botafogo can make the case to the creditors, Botafogo can make the case to the judges that Botafogo can indeed make a good signing because the fans will pay. Yes, Botafogo can commit to paying its creditors because we will have income from the stadium and consequently we will have a competitive team. Guys, let's do our part. Become club members. Let's go to the stadium, okay? Don't wait for it to happen. Let's make it happen. I believe Botafogo's fans will support and cheer again, return to the stadium, and become members. But it has to start now, so we can show a lot of people that Botafogo is rising again. Think about it, all right? Friends, today at 7 p.m., join our old school live stream. We're going to talk really a lot about Botafogo de Futebol e Regatas. Hey, before you leave, drop your like and subscribe. Big hug, Botafogo greetings, and hey, let's go get them, Fogo. We're in this together, thanks. So,